Welcome to qualifying here in Interlagos as the cars are readying up for what's likely to be a very important session. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
Sorry about that, just wasn't our day.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow, but before we go, let's...
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
As surely as the sun rises in the morning, the Brazilian Grand Prix packs out the grandstands and creates incredible drama. Title deciders, heartbreak, triumph and home glory. All these and more can be found in abundance here at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit. Two very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the two DRS zones will be the key to any overtaking prospects today. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk briefly about Sebastian Vettel. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off, with the title already in the bag.
I agree, it's been a truly impressive season, but championship or no, I don't think they'll be gently cruising around to the finish line. In fact, with points no longer a concern, there's a lot less to risk, so we may even see a more aggressive approach.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen and Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Magnussen and Charles Leclerc, Grosjean, Van Dorn, Brendan Hartley and Stroll, Hülkenberg, Sirotkin, Marcus Ericsson and Fernando Alonso. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Ocon and Turner. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to... Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can. Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. That's a strong start. Well done. Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. Raikkonen's just put in a new fastest lap. Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. We're leading our teammate by 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Okay, some information on Perez. They seem to have an issue. The gap behind us is 1.5 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 2.4 seconds. We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. Box, box, box. Go now. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Brendan's in for his stop. Reduce the ERS deployment, please. We need to charge the battery. Nice work, that brings you up a place. Gap to teammate behind is 19.0 seconds. gap to the car in front is 7.4 seconds. The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. Okay, good work, great pass. Okay, gap to leader, 12.4 seconds. We're leading our teammate by 28.2 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 6.3 seconds. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment. We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, the gap behind is 2.6 seconds. Nice move. Good job. Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Turner. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, as well.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy. You were cutting your way through the field during the race. You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. Things were close between you and your rival, but it looks like you're coming up top, doesn't it? It was more like dodgems than Formula One today, wasn't it? Great! Well, that's everything.